Hello, and welcome back to Dialtown being on fire. Here we have the mayor of Dialtown, which is on fire. I'm joined with my sibling Mots.
I'm here.
And just off camera you can see Norm.
Oh yeah, you can!
Who we just talked down from shooting Mingus.
Yes.
And now we need to talk Mingus down from killing both of us. Which, might I remind everyone, that we did incidentally set the city on fire and release all of the zoo animals.
We did. You can see them in the background.
So, Mingus has every right to want to kill us.
Over that, not really over anything else.
Yeah. I mean, like, last straw sort of thing, like, yeah, that's fair, Mingus.
I mean, we also did learn a lot about Mingus's, like, motivations here.
Yeah.
That she's been trying to bring her grandfather's memory back.
Yeah.
By essentially recreating Dialtown as she sees it being from the 60s. Is also incredibly jealous of how Phonegingi has basically captivated her grandfather when, like, you know, she got the surgery and, like, has made huge changes around town, you know, undoing a lot of her work.
Yeah. So let's get started and see about talking down an angry cat.
Wow.
Wait, hold on.
I've waited for long enough. I'm going to splay you in front of the entire town. For the first time in your life, your bones are going to get to see moonlight. Oh no, and then we die?
S. This is a real pickle, isn't it?
If you talk like a goddamn British person in my company again, I will do everything in my power to give you a brain aneurysm, you know.
I dare you. What I need is a Deus Ex Machina, darn it!
That's when God, who's literally in a machine, walks over.
Quick, my friends. Social link go, please. What threads are left remaining? What lore hath remained unrevealed?
Man, I don't know. Your backstory, origin, perhaps?
I was likely born in a fast food restaurant ball pit while screaming dead end.
Oh no. Something to do with Randy, maybe?
Randy died as he lived. Not relevant to any of this. Move on. Randy, I'm dead?
Okay, if you told Randy he was dead, he'd just believe he's dead.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm dead now. I don't need to pay taxes. Okay, here's my pitch. Mayor Mongo's postcard. Ask to see it, then...
Quickly scarf it down like a loose slice of cheese, then book it while she's recovering.
No, don't do that. I'm going to fade the screen back for now. I'm not responsible for what you decide to do once your autonomy is restored.
Is the narrator able to stop time?
Like Zulius in, Centaur World?
Yeah.
Yes, I think so.
Hey, before you kill me to effing death with your gloved hands and such, can I see your postcard up close?
One last time, can I just see your little postcard? What kind of troglodytely... Troglodytically? What kind of troglodytically... What kind of troglodyte trusting tabby do you take me for?
Give me the...
I handed you the postcard. You'd likely devour it like a slice of white cheddar.
Shifty eye? No?
No.
Beyond a lie at this point, honestly, just incredibly sad.
No. Which one do you want to do?
I don't know. I feel like maybe being a bit upfront.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I would obviously do that. You have a problem with that, huh? Gets hit with the cane.
Bang!
This This is who I am, Mayor Mingle. I am many things. A maniac, a tax cheat, a felon. But most of all, I'd like to think I'm a tax cheat. I hate paying taxes.
I forgot to tell her about my tax fraud. Shut up.
Okay.
And you expect me to hand a family heirloom, nay, a family artifact, to any maniac, felon, and or tax cheat who just happens to ask?
Yeah.
You must truly be a maniac if you think I'd part with a genuine, surviving sample of my grandfather's handwriting.
Handwriting, what?
Please. Oh, for the Oh, there's an old love letter scrawled on the back of this postcard. One my grandfather wrote for my grandmother back before the dial-up.
Grandmother, you say? Are we Mingus's
Oh, no!
That'd be one hell of a plot twist.
Plot twist. But the most important thing on this postcard is the vision. His vision. Seen on the front. That's Dialtown. His Dialtown.
But I've heard both you and Norm speak about what Callum would have wanted. I've never actually heard Callum speak for himself.
Instead of those weird times where I've accidentally, where I've heard, they just said it.
Outside of heavily reverberated hallucinatory snippets of dialogue, that is.
What? Actually, for what it's worth, I happen to agree with them, Missy. For all the hammering and for all the hemming and hawing we've done on the issue, we were both speaking for Callum. Wouldn't it be nice to hear what he has to say just this once, even if it's not on this very topic? Look, I know what's best here. This letter and all its contents are my family's property. My family, my birthright, mine. Read it, Missy. I want to hear what it says. You can't make me. Actually, I can. Hand it to Phonegingi or I'll fire. Phonegingi can't read it, though!
Don't hand it to me, Norm. Don't hand it to me. I am not to be trusted. Also, I can't read.
Yeah. If you want to know what it says so badly, why don't you just read it yourself then? Huh? I was so angry with that I flashed briefly. Don't make me do it again. If you're close enough to hand me the postcard, you're close enough to disarm me.
She does have those cat-like reflexes.
That she does. Pass it over to them. We'll give it back when we're done reading it, you know. Go ahead then. Shoot me. Just try.
Mingus. Look, you hand me the postcard, I'll hand you the rifle.
It's just a big exchange.
Okay, now you hand the rifle to Norm, Norm will hand you the revolver. Then I'll hand the postcard to Norm, Norm will hand me the rifle, I'll hand you the rifle, and you hand me the revolver.
Wait, who's handing what to who now? It's not that hard, just give me the cheese! Alright! One glance, then straight back. No eating! Ah, shit, I forgot I can't read!
Let's see here. It says... Scribbles. Alright. Can't read.
Yep, exactly as everyone else here can recollect. Phonegingi, just hand me the postcard. I'll fine with you getting close. That was the plan, after all.
No, hold on. The narrator can read.
Oh no.
Let me try. I got a few words on the last one. Let me try and sound it out. Dialtown 10 silks hot dog.
Ha! They're not getting it. Hand it back before they devour it. Phonegingi, for the love of all that is holy, just hand me the...
Oh, I can do this. I just need to imagine what he'd have written.
My dear Mother,
Mother.
it pains me to be away from Dialtown. But I'm glad it's still a town of misfits, just as it was when I left.
Oh.
As the town motto goes, all are welcome here in Dialtown.
Huh.
All are welcome here in Dialtown.
It's what's on the front of the postcard that is important. don't read the back.
Are you kidding me? Mingus! That quote's out of context. It ain't. Well, put it all, didn't you hear?
Wait, that means that Phonegingi actually read the postcard?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, because Mayor Mingus recognized it, obviously.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I didn't want to. You two were rogue, dangerous elements. I didn't. Yous gave me no other choice. Dear Lord, there's really no excusing any of this.
We're gonna need to get a spray bottle, Norm.
Spritz the cat. The audacity. You really reckon you knew what your grandpappy wanted even better than he did, huh? Any wrong that I've done for Dialtown. He would have understood that I merely did what I had to do to save his vision. If he found out what I had done after I bring him back. Right? Mingus. This is definitely a hit to my formerly immaculate worldview. Am I a monster? I'm kind of hitting my, Phonegingi voice. It's my Mayor Mingus voice is, really close to it.
It's alright.
Good lord. After spending so long on my own, unable to bring a plan, lost to time, his vision to fruition. The words on the back of this postcard seeped away, leaving only the happy photo on front. And once my last connection to Pawpaw faded, I huddled around the only warmth I could still feel and gazed at this postcard, my burning desire to bring him his world back to us. I miss him so much, Phonegingi. But how can you miss a man you never really met? He lost his memory before you were born. I feel that, in a way, I have met him. Every time I see someone else make a call on their phone head or write using their typewriter head, every time I see someone walking on one of his prosthetic limbs, there's a tiny piece of him in everything around us. I see him everywhere. I just wish he could see me, too. I just wanted Papa to tell me that he was proud of me. Hey now, you've achieved a hell of a lot. You know, that's not being discriminatory against other people.
You achieved a hell of a lot.
You reined in the mob somehow.
You reined in the mob. You captured Bigfoot. You had, infinite train power. Sure, you were also the most corrupt mayor in all of history.
Yes.
That is somewhat of an achievement.
Yes. The last time I saw him, he actually looked at me and called me Marla, somehow thinking I was my late grandmother, and he asked me if I'd do it all over with him if I was given the chance. I obviously didn't want to tell him who I really was, that Mama was no longer with us, forcing him to re-experience all that heartbreak all over again, only for it to be lost alongside his fleeting lucidity moments later. So I answered as if I were her, responding just as I hoped she would have. Yes, my songbird, I would. He stared off, now content. His gaze slowly drifted towards the floor, and he didn't say another word. I would have given anything to give him that chance, Phonegingi. A chance to make Papa proud. Ma'am, for what it's worth, I knew President Crown. Recent mishaps aside, if he were here right now, I think he'd tell you that he's mighty proud of you.
For opening up and, realizing that you were wrong and that sort of stuff, not the whole causing all this mess in the first place by
Yes.
exiling the cryptid.
You said earlier that he would have hated me. Right. And you called me a monster, to be fair. I'm happy to go back on my word in this instance if you are. I didn't mean to become the monster I falsely accused you of being, Norm. I can control everything that happens in this godforsaken town. Dialtown's roads, prisons, taxes, laws, and the very public itself are all mine to puppeteer. For crying out loud, I commanded God today, and he knew to respect my authority. Mingus is too powerful, it's the truth. But one thing I can't do is release Pawpaw from his own head. Well, if every inch of this town is exactly under your jurisdiction, then boy, do you have a mighty fine mess to clean up. After this fire goes out and these flaming critters are rounded up and removed from the streets of Dialtown, you'll have to start slapping mortar on bricks. Yes, quite. Norm, may I ask, would you know anything about construction?
Phonegingi leans in. I know a guy. He scares me.
Which guy?
Mr. Dickens
Oh,
built
yeah.
that theater with his own 2 hands.
Is that true?
Yeah.
That's great. Get Mr. Dickens on this. Well, yeah. As a matter of fact, I did roofing and bricklaying for a couple of years before I joined the old Air Force.
And Randy will do anything if you give him money.
Yeah, you could feed him breadcrumbs and he'll still help. Why do you ask? If this whole excruciating escapade has taught me anything, It's that I'm surrounded by incompetent hacks.
True. You did not have a single person in that mingling that actually did their job well.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose Theodore did capture Bigfoot.
Oh, there was Theodore was probably the only one who did his job well. And I simply cannot trust a single one of them with the task of leading downtown Dialtown's reconstruction efforts. You were a trustworthy adversary, and one who perhaps almost bested me. So, I can't think of anyone better suited to spearhead the effort of rebuilding my city. So what? You exile me, try to kill me, and now you want me to help rebuild the very town you threw me out of in the first place?
I will give you whatever house you want.
Sold. Yes, you pressed a gun to my head effective moments after burning half of my city to the ground.
Can we agree that I am completely faultless here?
No. You did convince Theodore to explode the zoo.
In fairness, Theodore is mostly responsible for the ensuing inferno. Effer had dynamite. I'm lucky my face still has its signature skin on it.
You see what I mean about utter incompetence of my lackeys. Moron! And it goes without saying, Norm, that if you were to do this to me, you would naturally be granted a royal pardon, and with it, the freedom to live here in peace.
I thought we were a democracy. How do you have royal pardons?
I am the Queen of Dialtown, the democratically elected mayor. Queen is under the word mayor, in italics. ×2 font.
Literally just said that.
You did.
Royal pardon? You're not the Queen of Dialtown.
Perhaps not now, but soon.
Next election.
Next election. You can't vote on a queen. That's not democracy.
Sure it is.
Sure it is.
I just replaced the word mayor with queen and they still voted for me. And those that didn't, I just got rid of their votes.
Yes. So that means I get to stay with my new friend? Yeah, alright. This is acceptable, I guess.
Do I get to stay too, Mingus?
Don't push your luck. Well, on one condition it is. Alright, state it. If I'm sticking around, I won't turn a blind eye to injustice. Fire 'em 2 queer henchmen of yours in. Your vernacular makes it difficult to tell if you intended queer to mean strange or gay. They are both. Why would you interrupt me to point out such needless distinction for those 2 clowns? Apologies, continue. Hire me as your new sheriff. Dialtown. Queen and a sheriff. Which our sheriffs do exist, but he's a cowboy, so I can't help but think. No. What if I was to use one of my own guns? Which means you could add the cost of my pistol and ammunition to your budget in order to launder a few $100. Buy yourself some fancy schmancy expensive milk. Astounding! You're not even my sheriff yet, and you're already corrupt. Perfect! You're on! Yet? Well, yes, obviously, I want the crime milk, the tastiest and most forbidden dairy product.
The crime milk?
The crime milk. Good. First mandate as sheriff, we need to talk about some of your laws. You know, your particularly draconian ones. we can discuss them later.
We can discuss them now.
Well then, I'm out. Good luck finding someone to lead your construction effort. Guess you'll have to put little Billy in charge of the explosives you'll be using for the demolition of those burning building husks, huh? Oh, good lord, I'd rather fake my own death and move to a roach-tel in Las Vegas rather than consider that timeline for even a moment longer than is legally necessary. Fine. I agree to one single change now, and we'll discuss the rest later. Lower your tax rate by no less than 25% for all citizens of Dialtown. Absolutely not! This town needs every cent accoladed into the budget for its various nectaries to fund my rigorous beauty regimens. You're a cat! Cut taxes! You don't understand. Lowering taxes by 25% across the board will create a budget deficit of approximately $1 million.
Man, she can do good math, huh, Norm?
You sure she pulled that out of her ass, one or the other? Where do you expect me to get that kind of money from, huh? What's your average yearly salary? Well, it's currently around $1 million. Fine. I guess I'll eat nothing but baked beans for a year. Whatever. That's a mighty fine start, Catawampus. I reckon that ought to even things out quite a bit. Now about taxes and sheriffdom are out of the way, I only have one last question remaining. What about Phonegingi? Oh, who cares about? I care. Let my green friend here run amok and frolic in this fine town whenever they please. They ain't harming none of one with their tomfoolery. Oh, all right. Fine. Phonegingi, your exile is hereby lifted, and you have been pardoned of the inexcusable sin of being your true self.
Oh, epic, yeah.
You get to live in Dialtown, in a house of your very own.
Tent.
In an apartment of your very own.
Tent.
I'm not letting you take up valuable public space with a
tent.
Fine. In a tent located and secluded.
Tent at the park.
Oh, for the love of fine! A tent at the park, then, I guess. But you can't hurl lit fireworks at swans that wander nearby your tent anymore, without paying the same fine everyone else does for causing illegal swan-related explosive incidents, that is. This is truly unworkable, Norm. Shoot her now.
This is a mighty large sacrifice. Alright, I guess.
Your sacrifice is appreciated. A new day is dawning in Dialtown. I can feel it.
Oh.
I saw somebody, briefly.
There was a person.
So thanks for being with us today, Norm.
Oh.
After a years-long exile, you're back in Dialtown.
That's right, Rachel.
Oh.
Hopefully for good this time.
Riveting. Could you please enlighten us as to what you've experienced and learned since your now recanted exile?
Well, I'm an old soul, and boy, have I seen a lot. Just as much after the exile as before, I guess. Like it or not, solitude changes a man. Forces you to address a fundamental part of yourself that most people never even seen. But I find that abject misfortune tends to either totally break or make a man, you know? Plus, I guess it wasn't so bad, being alone for so long. I had good company.
Fascinating. Is there anything you'd like to say to the residents of Dialtown in the spirit of moving forward? No profanity, please.
Why, yes, there is. Look, I spent many years stewing in my own acrid juices. Wretched imagery aside, I know better than anyone that a caustic heart consumes its owner. When society itself has transformed you from a man to an outcast, made you out to be a monster, it can be difficult not to become the very monster that they claim you are. It can be difficult not to prove them right. I came close to doing just that. But someone saved me. A green messiah ended up teaching me more in one day than my bitter mind had conceptualized in years.
When you say Green Messiah, are you talking about the goblin who lives in the tent at the park?
Well, yeah, I am. Looks can be deceiving, you know. Just as I was misjudged, they've been too.
Really? How so? What did they teach you?
Their lessons gave me a multitude of epiphanies. Taught me that my happiness is in my own hands, and that nobody else is going to ensure that I live a happy life. That I'm good just as I am. That I shouldn't change myself for the sake of being similar to other people, but instead, seek a future where I'm the best version of myself, not the person the world expects me to be. But most of all, my watermelon-hued friend gave me hope. Something I lacked for a long time. I didn't know how badly I missed it till I felt it again. And you know, the funny thing is someone like that, someone so strange and whimsical, someone who barely resembles a human, so different in sperm, could hold such inherent wisdom and contentedness. Maybe there's hope for me after all. Maybe for all of us. Maybe things can get better. Maybe we can make the world brand new again.
Inspirational. Norm, thank you so much for coming on the show. I just have one question for you before we sign off. Where is your green friend? Could they not join you here today?
Oh, I'm sure they have a very important event to attend.
Aww. Could it be? Oh my god, they're horrifying!
Oh, God, no.
They're repulsive! Oh, my beautiful babies. Just like the beast that spawned them. I hate every single one of them. Especially that one.
Are you looking at the monkey or the raccoon?
I'm gonna choose to believe it's the monkey. This was a waste, damn it! This was all for naught! Now, to credit some truly deranged people.
Dogman.
Recent
sighting?
Doing a great big creative many such things, setting the whole rotten thing in motion. Bastard! Ogre lore unsolved. Yours houndedly, Dogman. Wonderful.
Yes.
Nathan Hanover. Oh, was it the music person? Yes! Composing the Dialtown soundtrack. Being British Central. Hire them for your weddings and such. Oi. John Stringer, drawing Dialtown's title screen art. Very cool. Drawing Dialtown cinematic slides. Very awesome. Being a bloody top bloke. Very cool, very cool. I love that. Phil Morg, you are the swine. You are swine. I am drunk, and you may be loud, rude. You may have attitude, but at the end of the day, you are Morgman. You tolerate me. You are Pork Titan.
Modeling each of Dialtown's wretched, slimy 3D models. Testing and quality assurance? I hate Phil Morg. Birthday coyote.
Birthday coyote.
Drawing the Mingus note art.
Oh, that was such good. I love that part.
yelping to call the noise a coyote makes a bark would be too generous.
Exactly 1024 bankies? Bankies. Canid Cosmos, designing Dialtown's logo as well as Dialtown's town flag. Drawing my hideous mug in game, thanks. Displaying copious amounts of patience whenever I sent a weird meme involving purple fast food mascots their way. This is actually kind of a fun way to do credits.
Yeah.
Be very specific, it's very fun.
Snaz amazing. Drawing the Dialtown achievement icons.
Oh, those are really pretty.
Yeah, not being British. Can't thank her enough for that. Just look at that face. Horrifying.
Voice actors in order of introduction. Callum Crown was done by Nathan Avent. Norm Allen was done by Ryan Summers. Rachel at Dialtown News Nation was done by News Network, was done by Finley Smith.
That's all the voice actors.
Yeah, I think that was everybody. Body models.
Imposing black box for copyright reasons, not weird reasons.
Like 4 of them were me. Oliver was Hoodwink, thanks man. Karen, Coffee Nat, Norm, Shanbo, Epic. Mingus, just the head is salvage. Oh, hey, awesome!
Yeah. I thought that was true.
I thought so. That's his cat, if you didn't know.
Yeah. I'd like to say that would also explain how he got so many, models.
Yeah.
There was people that took pictures.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Usually of him.
Yeah. And miscellaneous for license from Null Entity.
Yeah.
Generous Fox gave me the money before there was a Dialtown. Generous folks! Okay, so this is like your Patreon people, your crowdfunding people, your Kickstarter kind of people. So let this roll. It was a very fun, unique game.
Yes.
I enjoyed it a lot. As again, someone who's been around Doggo's games for years.
Yes.
I remember back when I was on Tumblr, following Doggo and Dayshift updates and stuff like that. And I remember when Dialtown was being worked on and the updates regarding that. So I was very excited to play this, and it was very good.
Yeah. Attribution that which was legally demanded of me. So, is obviously the name of the songs and who made them. Kazoo by Doggo. Lots of various sound effects.
Yeep. Crowd screaming a dot wave inspector.
Crying.
Anyway, if you guys want, and you've stuck around, I would definitely, if you really like Dialtown, definitely give it a try. Throw some support DirectDoggo's way. DirectDogman, I think he actually goes by now.
Yeah.
Seriously, if you enjoy, this sort of thing, support, the release of, the game. Whether that be buying the game would be the best thing you can do. If not, throw a donation his way if like he takes those sort of things. I know he does plushies for Makeshift. I don't know if like there's a event still going around. I know Oliver was the last one.
Hey. A special thanks to Scott Coffin.
Oh hey, cool. Give me a pep talk. Aw, adorable.
The upcoming end screen. Oh boy.
Oh no. When there's one person left to thank, when you are ready, you may proceed to the final screen of the game. Okay. Oh, look at them all. I do love it when like I do love this pattern. The series has a group photo almost at the very end saying thank you for like playing, watching. I love that. The sock. The narrator, the Jack's narrator.
Yes. Also, Greg, Big Bertha, and Madame Mediocre were freed from their horrible
Hooray!
pain and suffering.
Good for them. Oh no, it's all fading.
Don't
Goodbye!
fade out.
That was great. I love that.
Extras has been unlocked.
Oh hey!
Finally.
Your secrets belong to us!
Oh, it's spinning.
Oh, it's spinning. Oh, they be spinning.
Behind the music, making of Dialtown's assets. This is probably like going into how stuff was made.
Help me! Oh, that's really cool. This would be very interesting to have.
Oh, there's some cut stuff too.
Oh, that's neat.
Legal disclaimer. Well, we'll have to check this out another time.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that was awesome. Hope you enjoyed. Aside from looking at the extras, I think the only thing left to do is the secret omelet.
Oh yeah, the secret omelet thing we were told about.
Yes. Like, we could obviously go back and try and get all of the bad endings.
Yeah.
There are many, apparently.
Innumerous.
As well as some alternate routes. But yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Well, we'll hope to see you guys later. Hope you had fun. Don't know how much Dialtown like we'll be playing. We'll definitely be playing other games too.
Yeah. Have to figure out what to do post Dialtown.
Post the great Dialtown. Anyway, yeah.
But we will see you then.
See ya.